Thanks for joining us on Alongside Lauren. I'm Lauren and welcome to my kitchen. We do things a little bit differently here in that we like to take a few moments on a Sunday afternoon to get ourselves nice and prepared for the week ahead by getting some delicious things prepared for our lunches and our dinners. Now, I am madly peeling and prepping a few bits and pieces which are going to go into what I hope is going to be delicious and nutritious roasted vegetable salad that we're going to be dining on for our dinners with a, if I do say so myself, amazing looking leg of lamb that we have got cooking away in the barbecue. Now the lamb is a boneless leg, which means that it will be ready in no time at all. In fact, I'm actually just about to look at pulling it off the barbecue imminently. And I have also got a shoulder of pork that we are going to be using for our lunches for this week as well. So rather than just having a, sort of stock standard ham and salad wrap or something like that, we're going to do some beautiful rolls with some pulled pork, and that is the timer for the lamb. I think I can give it a couple of more moments just to sit and think about what it's done or what it hasn't done, as the case may be. So the lamb I marinated yesterday with some veggie stock concentrate as well as some rosemary that a colleague at work had brought in and some of her chili as well, with a little bit of white wine. I probably would have used red wine if I had any open, but I had just a tiny amount of Chardonnay languishing in the side of the fridge, so I thought I would use that one instead. I also remembered that I had some chestnuts that I had bought on sale that were in the freezer, and I thought that the chestnuts would be a fantastic addition to the roast vegetable salad. And then I forgot what an absolute pain in the proverbial it is to peel chestnuts. So I'm so close. I'm nearly there. I think I've got like 3 to go, but oh my gosh, I spent like 15 minutes peeling these jolly things. I don't even think Keith really likes them, but that's all right.
Oh, I don't mind them. They are not, I would say, not as good as the
chestnut flavored things.
You'd like them to be. I don't know.
Yes, I completely agree, because when you I don't know, hear about them like with, chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yep.
You kind of think that it's going to be, I don't know, like Christmas in a nut.
Yeah.
I think I imagine it to be like
a bit more like a sweet potato in my opinion.
Yeah, in a nut, which is weird.
Yeah.
And fine. But that means that they will be a really good addition to, pumpkin and all those sorts of things with this particular salad. So,
but you're getting there bit by bit, and you've definitely got the right nails for it, because you need a little bit of long nails, I think, in order to do this.
Yeah, because you've kind of got like two skins to kind of get in under. There's like a shell, and then there's like
some of them definitely peel easier than others. Hey.
Yeah.
Some of them peel real easy, and then other ones just it just ends up so clung on there. Anyway, hi, I'm Heath.
This is my sous chef and husband, Heath.
Lauren's husband, and I'm not a chef by any stretch, but I don't mind getting my hands dirty and trying to help out where I can.
Unless that means peeling chestnuts, in which case you're not on board.
I'll step back from that. But it does look like you've got some pumpkin on the go. So would you like me to do anything with that?
If you can just take the seeds out of the pumpkin. Sure. I thought because it's a Queensland blue, you can eat the skin on that, and I think it adds quite a nice sort of touch. So there was a little bit of the skin which was just had some discoloration, which I have trimmed off. But if you can take the skin, the seeds out.
Yep.
Ah, she's finished. It's a miracle oil.
Okay.
I will go and grab the lamb. Were you wanting to?
Oh, sure. Yep, great.
Well, I'll grab the lamb, assuming that it's all ready to go. Oh,
Yeah.
We've also got a loaf of bread in the oven, and I just got like a... I'm trying to think of a classier way of saying whiff.
A whiff. Ah, yes.
whiff.
Yes, a nice
But I
nice
can't.
smell of what's going on in the oven. Yeah?
Yeah, that's nicer than me going. I just got a whiff of it. Smells real good.
Yeah, there you go. Tasty. Okay. Well, you're heading out. You're heading on
I
now?
am. I'm gonna head on it.
In a few minutes
I'm
or
head on,
now?
no,
or-
heading on out now.
Righto.
Hopefully I have sufficient accoutrement to get the lamb out. We've also got a pork shoulder smoking away.
Mmm.
I'll just have a look to see how...
How's it looking?
I think I'm gonna give it a little bit longer.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Does it need to get a little hotter?
Yeah, just a little bit. But the it's got like a really nice smoke ring on there, so
Great. Excellent.
it's going to taste amazing. But I'm just going to pop a timer on for a few minutes so that I don't get distracted and forget. So, did you want to keep on?
I'll keep on going with
the
the pumpkin. Yep.
And once the pumpkin is de-seeded, do you feel comfortable with cutting it, or
Sure.
do you want me to cut it?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So similar sizes to I've just got one lonely sweet potato that I've cut that can go in there.
And the pieces are sort of this big, so
Yeah.
pretty small. Bit over 1 inch cubes.
And I will. So what I've done is with the roast veg, I've kind of separated it out so that we've got the ones that won't take too long, that will sort of go into the oven a bit later. So that will be the chestnuts, and I've got some pepper onion that will roast as well. And I've also got, because I'm classy, a frozen bag of cauliflower.
All right. Cool.
So this does look like a lot. I'm just going to pop this in the middle.
Sure.
It does look like a lot of veg, and it's because it is a lot of veg, but it is also going to feed you and I for,
Days.
yes, for dinners
All week.
all week,
Yeah. So
which is so good.
we always try to prepare meals that'll take us right through to Thursday or even Friday, depending.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes those dinners even pass through to be lunches on Fridays.
Yeah, you know, sometimes
there's
things
some
change. One of us
leftover
may
or-
or may not end up eating
Yep.
dinner. He normally has a catch up with some mates on
Mondays.
Mondays,
So sometimes it means I'm not eating dinner at home. Other
Yeah.
times it means packing the dinner in advance.
yes, when
and
Heath
having
knows
it
that
at
it's
the
a really
office.
good dinner. So this week he has requested that we pack his dinner so that he can eat it at the office before he goes.
So that's the plan.
Should be good, but you know what I think we need?
What's that?
Wine.
Ah, too right. Always.
Now I've got, I think one of us might be able to have some red and one of us might be able to have some
Oh, I
white.
see. That's how it is today.
We had a really nice Shiraz last night. Actually, we had such a lovely day yesterday, didn't we, darling?
Mm.
We
Yep.
had
We started off with a run,
started off with a run.
floated on to heading to the waterway and
Did
going
like
for a walk with some friends.
Yeah, with a coffee in hand, which was just so lovely.
Very, very nice and very relaxing.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Did a little bit of op shopping.
Yes, which was fun.
And what else? We hit
I
up a
caught up with my
second-hand
mum.
store. You caught up with your mum sewing.
Did some sewing in the afternoon.
Yep.
And then last night my sister and her husband got us something which is called a
Solo
stove, which is like a sort of tabletop fire pit, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's designed to minimize smoke output.
And sort of concentrate the heat a bit.
Yeah, yeah. So
Does
it
a
was
great
really
job.
nice. So just sort of sat outside with the solo stove and had a glass of red, and we had for dinner last night. We made ossobuco, which I have never made before. And it was so tasty. Had it with an abundance of broccoli.
Yep.
Which is delicious. We, having recently returned from the US, we're still sort of in the mode of trying to get back into some
Good eating habits.
some non-holiday habits. Lots of vegetables.
Lots of veggies. Keeping those quantities a bit more managed.
Yeah. Which is
Because, like, eating a bit extra on holidays. Come on, that's just common sense.
Yep.
It's just how it should be, right?
so we're just getting back into the swing of things, but making sure that we're enjoying it while we do it.
Yep.
Which just means lots of good, delicious, nourishing food.
Yep.
And a large amount of pumpkin.
Hopefully you're taking this time at some point today to do a little bit of prep for yourself. If you are, let us know. Love to hear from you.
Yeah, so we've got for our dinners, we're going to do the lamb with sort of this roast veg. I call it a salad, really, but I don't know. It's just a bunch of roast veg, really. And some chickpeas that I had cooked from dried chickpeas yesterday. It is cost effective to buy your dried legumes and then cook them up. It's not always as convenient as just having it in a can.
Yeah. And they've got a little bit of a smell when you cook them, if you ask me. It's not too bad, it's just... So it's up to you. If you can justify the canned ones, maybe it's simpler. But experiment with it.
Yeah.
Decide for yourself. Oh, time for you to go out again, or was that...
No, that is my timer for the bread.
Right. Okay. So,
I made a loaf of bread when we got back from the US, and it was terrible.
it just didn't rise at all.
But I've got slightly higher hopes for this one.
Right. Well, we'll take a look, eh?
Moment of truth. Oh, yeah.
How's that looking?
That looks
Well,
pretty
it's
good
definitely
to me.
risen,
Yeah.
so that's a win. Nice. Looks like it's got a lot of seeds on it.
Yeah, sorry.
No complaints.
I reckon I might just pop it in for a little bit.
Cook it a little bit longer.
Yeah, just to get a bit of colour on the top of that loaf. But I'm really happy with that.
Great. Yeah, if you'd revealed last week's one.
It was honestly,
It would have just been like
terrible. It was so terrible. And it was like perfectly, it was edible. So we did eat it,
Yep.
but it not enjoyable.
Mm.
And when I think I ended up, oh, that's right, we'd used some other bread that we had in the freezer for breakfast on Saturday, and it was it was like, oh, that's what nice bread tastes like.
Yeah. It was a little bit grueling. Do I need to get a tea towel? No, here it is. You grabbed it for the bread.
Sorry.
Oh, no dramas. All right.
I was going to do chopped up carrots as well, but I don't think we need to. Do you think? No, you don't love roast carrots, so...
No, I don't love roast carrots, and if people watching can see, this is full already.
Excellent. Well, I've got a couple of beetroot there to
Good.
just to gild that lily.
I don't mind a roast beetroot.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be mad about that.
Yeah, but I do like them a little bit smaller. So I'll cut them up. Am I doing both of them?
I think so.
Yep. So the beetroot that we've got are sort of apple-sized. A large apple.
Yeah.
Give them a bit of a peel. Get my hands nice and red.
I was sort of wondering if I just sort of did the beetroot at the beginning, or if I did the beetroot at the end.
Mm.
And I don't like it. It really doesn't matter because it's going to make everything purple anyway.
Yeah. It always does. And it looks like I've murdered somebody.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, he has... Sorry, when I say this is true, that's what it looks like. That is not what you've actually done.
That's right.
All right, well, that's my cue to check out the lamb. So I'll go do that. I'll leave you to keep peeling that beetroot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's smelling good though.
Excellent. So yes, we've had a week to settle back in after all of the excitement of our trip. We settled in pretty well, I think. We went on a silly long run. I think we'd actually done that. We'd already done the run before the last show that we did. And I was feeling pretty worn out. Wow, look at that. The redness is just so strong. Yep. So we are now in training for our next run, which is in a month or two. And it's the Gold Coast Marathon. And it is a half marathon for us. So that is about 22 kilometers. So we've been training about 15 kilometers on Sundays. And that does mean that we are pretty exhausted come our return to the house early in the morning. And then we've got a trip to church and a few things on today. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Barbecue lamb.
That looks pretty good. Let me see if we can get a better look at that. You don't want to see what I just did with the tea towel.
I've got a pretty good idea. That's okay. It's what we have nappy sand for.
All right.
But how
Wow,
good does
look
that
at
lamb look? And it smells amazing, if I do say so myself.
Beautiful. So what's on top of it?
So that is the veggie stock concentrate, a little bit of white wine, a lot of rosemary, garlic, and chili.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. It smells amazing. So I'll just let it cool down a little bit, and I will extricate it off the
tray,
foil tray.
And what happens after that? How are we going to be consuming this throughout the week?
So that will get sliced up, and then we'll have it with the roast veg. I think what was the cut of lamb? Do you remember? It was a butterflied leg of lamb. So it's leg of lamb, and it's had the bone removed, and it's sort of been flattened out. Yeah. So that it's fairly close to being the same, I guess, sort of thickness throughout.
Yep.
And the pork that we've got is a pork shoulder. Pork shoulder, in my opinion, is one of the sort of best cuts for pulled pork. Like if you can get access to a pork butt, or I think it can sometimes get referred to as a Boston cut. That's great. That's not always readily accessible or available in supermarkets here in Australia, but a pork shoulder will. And pork shoulder is often cheaper than a leg of pork anyway. So I think this one was $7.99 a kilo at our
$7.50, I think.
$7.50.
Yeah, the legs were $7.99 and the shoulders were cheaper, and I think we were both pretty stoked with that because it's definitely our more preferred cut, the shoulder.
Think so.
But it is fattier.
It is.
So,
but the good thing is that because we're sort of cooking it slowly, which means that will give the fat an opportunity to render away, so we won't actually end up eating
a whole lot of it,
fat.
But it should get in and flavour everything and keep it all manage the dryness.
Alright, so while you finish prepping that, I'm going to get some garlic ready. And we do consume quite a bit of garlic here, but it is just there's, lots of anti-blah blah blah properties and whatever.
The anti-blah blah blah properties and the whatevers are
Yeah.
very important to us.
Yes, they are very important to us. It also it tastes darn good. And it is such an easy and inexpensive way to really up the flavour of a dish. Yep.
Straight in?
Yep.
Well, yep. My hands are bright red now. Okay. Before I give them a good wash, I'll get rid of these. There we go. So in total, how much time do you think you've spent leading up to the cook today on the various bits and pieces?
Probably, maybe, including the bread,
Sure.
maybe 2 hours.
Yep. 2 hours of preparation and then another half hour or so of this.
Yeah.
Perhaps another half hour at
so
times.
there's a reasonable amount of effort that goes in. But when I sort of think about the fact that I could also have been spending, like an hour each night preparing dinner, this seems like a pretty
Exactly. It's good value that way.
pretty good value. And also, I enjoy this, and it's also I enjoy the fact that you and I get to spend.
Yeah,
I enjoy
know.
the fact that you and I get to spend time together ruining tea towels.
Yeah, that's looking a little pink. Anyway, it is what it is.
Right, we'll give it a
I love
wash.
that I did that on one of our only white tea towels. Most of our tea towels are like dark grey and dark blue.
Yeah, it's probably a good reason why I do that. Now, did you want to get the big roasting tray?
Sure. The stainless one?
Yes.
Sorry about all the noise, everyone.
Yeah, you know. So I've probably gone a little bit overboard with the garlic, even by my standards.
Yeah, okay. It does look a little hefty.
Well, I just
It's all right.
think we want to make sure that no one's going to get sick or anything like
Sure,
that with
yeah,
winter.
I'm sure that's what you're worried about.
Yeah. And do you want to grab out the olive oil? of wine.
Did you want salt? What did you want in terms of seasoning?
I think maybe we'll get the vegeta.
Yep.
We'll see how that loaf of bread's looking. Oh, that's perfect.
Great.
Look at that.
Oh, that is pretty good looking.
So the seed mix that we've got there's chia, linseed, sunflower, pepitas, and there's also some oats and cornmeal or polenta in there. And we've got white flour as well as some unprocessed bran, because our budget supermarket at the moment has not been getting
Wholemeal flour.
plain wholemeal flour.
Yeah.
So,
Which is odd, but it's
alright.
fine. And you've made do.
yep,
By
I've been
switching to bran.
able to, yes, I guess, come up
Do you
with
process the bran?
No. So
Okay.
I did a bit of Googling to figure out the percentage that... So unprocessed wheat bran is basically the stuff that they take out of the flour when it's ground.
What are you
That
doing
makes it
right
white
now?
flour. So I'm adding some veggie stock powder to the veg. So I'm doing that instead of salt.
Yep.
I'll add a nice few glugs of olive oil.
Awesome.
I'm going to add some extra rosemary.
Oh, great. Where'd we get this from?
This is from Jen, who I work with, who brought a
Aw.
bunch of rosemary and chili
Nice.
into the office, which is so kind.
That is kind.
And I restrained myself and then just basically took whatever was left over on Friday.
I do love rosemary.
And so when I got
delicious.
all that rosemary, I just thought we have to do. We've got to do a
Definitely.
roast. Now,
Cool.
because I put way too much stuff into that particular roasting tray, do we bother with baking paper? Maybe. Just
You reckon things are gonna settle on it?
maybe.
Yeah, they might. Sure. Cool.
Baking
Just
paper.
careful, that is precarious.
It's not actually there.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right. Putting things over the sink. Ugh. Risky business.
And because I put way too much into that bowl, I'm just going to sort of pour it in, and then I'll give it a mix in the tray. So we've got the beetroot, pumpkin, sweet potato,
Beautiful.
lots of rosemary, lots of garlic. Bit of that veggie seasoning.
Is veggie seasoning a component of chicken salt?
Kind of. I think it's just like,
Slightly fancier chicken salt.
yeah. And now I'm going to pop that into the oven, which is at 200 degrees. Now, I was going to just do that for half an hour. Just gonna
Yeah.
grab another tray.
Yep.
But because I've put so much in there, I can probably just get the other tray in at the same time
Oh yeah.
with the other veg. Perfectly seamless while I shove another rack in the oven.
Yep. You want some more baking paper?
That would be great.
Again, sorry for all the noise.
Yeah. That one just, I almost felt like I was just like
Trolling
trolling you with that one. Sorry.
All right.
So we'll add in my very elegant...
Sneaky frozen cauliflower. It's very unusual that we'd have frozen cauliflower, but...
Well, cauliflower's been expensive,
Yeah.
so... This is a... Oops. Cost-effective way of getting that to happen.
And are you just going to put the onion in with, or
Yep.
will that go in later?
I'll do the onion in with glug of olive oil.
A little bit more seasoning.
Yep.
Great.
I got some fresh herbs that I'll pop in at the end as well.
So there's once you've poured it, might be able to get a little bit closer to show people what the chestnuts look like.
Yeah, so that's a whole chestnut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. But yeah, to me, they seem a fair bit like a sweet potato. But like a tougher one. So I know I'm not selling it well.
Nope. But when I bought them, they were on clearance for 17 cents. So
There's that.
there's that. Would I have spent the original like $5? Probably not. And just because...
Oh yeah. Definitely. Rosemary plus lamb is one of the best flavor combos ever.
Yeah, we've got this really amazing orange and poppy seed salad dressing that will serve with it as well, which will just be amazing.
Very good. So does that need to wait to go in for a little while, or what? So why
put it in
is it
now.
okay to put it in now? Is it
Well,
because you're
because
going to
I'll
pull
just
it out
take
early?
it out. Yeah,
Got it.
I'll take it out in half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a few other very unexciting bits and pieces to be getting on with.
One of them is we're going to do a coleslaw later in preparation
for to go with the pulled pork, and we'll also be doing things like slicing up bread, making some veggie sticks, and sorting out the mess of fabric that I currently have on the dining table as well before we have people coming over in just over an hour. But I hope that you have had an opportunity to take a few moments this Sunday to make your coming week ahead just that little bit easier. And we can't wait to do it all again next week on Alongside Lauren.